Ah, Christmas time. The time of year where all your favorite YouTubers start to upload again so they can get high CPM because they're about to get blue balled for the next 3 months. I wouldn't know about that. I don't make money off this platform. Hello guys, it's Jedi, and today I'm doing a different kind of video. I'm talking about my favorite game of all time, Mass Effect, the trilogy. It's not just one game, I guess, it's a trilogy. But as a youngin' on the PlayStation, we got this a little bit later, like 2012. We got them, so like a little bit later than Xbox. But as a kid, this was kind of like what I had because Halo didn't want to go onto fucking PlayStation for some stupid reason. And you know what? Today I'm going to talk about like my opinions on it, my feelings. So first off, Mass Effect, if you've never played it, is basically, the first game is basically Halo. You're trying to stop an alien race from destroying all of civilization in space instead of just the humans, all civilization in space. And the humans are part of the Citadel. They're a young, growing nation, or growing faction within the Citadel. And basically, you get enlisted as a Spectre, which is like this super high-class secret agent that gets to like basically go off the books a little bit. And you do a bunch of missions. You save a bunch of people. You get introduced to some main characters. The only one that really matters is Tali. If you guys are simps for any of the other characters in this game, then you're wrong. Tali is the best character by far. Yes, I do simp for Tali. Also, you've got a few other characters. You've got Ashley, or Ash. She is kind of an important character. Kinda. She, I don't know. I don't, like, I think you can have her around a lot more. I just, for some reason, never do because she's just a little, a teeny bit racist. Just a little bit. There's Liara. Liara, is another main character, one of the main love interests of the first game. She disappears for the second game for some reason that I don't know. If BioWare wants to explain to me why she kind of disappears, because like she's there and she has like own side quests, but she doesn't join the crew. She's like not actually there, which is confusing as fuck. She's not actually there, but she is. And they also just kind of like forget the whole romantic like storyline of the first game, which is kind of confusing. But we're gonna move past that. I remember the first time I played the game, I was super into Liara, and then the second and third time, and then I played it again a few days ago. Tali is by far the best character, just off of like the entire like characters built. Garrus, absolute legend. He was not my favorite friend. Everybody, like, I've seen Screen Rant do shit like this. They're like, "Oh yeah, Garrus is such the best guy ever." It's like, no, he's not. He's kind of chill. Like, I rock with him, but like, let's be honest here. The best character in the entire freaking game series is Joker. Like, I don't understand why Screen Rant said that Garrus was number one, but like, I kind of let him die in the second game, so. I think he just dies in the second game, but I think you can save him. I personally chose to let him die. I don't know why. I felt like, guy seemed like a good leader, and then he got shot. So, big rips to my boy Garrus. Miranda, also kind of useless. Comes in the second game, dies in the third game. Didn't even really see her in the third game. Didn't really like her in the second game. She's kind of like a simp for the bad guys of the entire game series. What other main characters are there? Oh, there's the AI. The AI is another fucking awesome character. Arya, she's alright. She's kind of a bitch, I'm gonna be honest with you, and I don't know why they try to push her story so much. Like, you have to do her story, but then her goons are fucking useless, so it's like, what the hell is the point in the third game? And the second game, she's just kind of there to be like the plot contrivance. Like, she's just there to push the story forward. She basically tells you what you need to do to get the story done. It's a very, like, the first and second game are very like that, like, old styled quest based open world kind of styled game from the late 2000s. Um, Samara, they're characters. I can tell you that much. Um, Samara, like, she's kind of cool, but like once again, you only really see her for one mission, and then she's not there again. Unless I'm probably just not picked the one where she's with you because I play the game differently. Um, okay, let's get to the first game. Let's talk about the first Mass Effect game. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's just Halo. Like I played Halo, and it just feels like Halo 1. Or like Halo Reach. Like, it just feels like Halo. And like, at the time, I didn't really think any different of it. The only thing I will say is that the character relationships between the relationships between each character 1,000 times better than Halo. Mainly because Master Chief doesn't really talk, like, at all. So like, it kind of doesn't allow for character building in the same way, or like taking off his mask or doing anything else, which is like his charm, but it kind of sucks for like, story. No hate to Halo, love Halo, but I'm gonna have to give it to Mass Effect for this one. The storyline, it is really good. It definitely came out after Halo. When did Halo come out? The first Halo came out in 2001. So yeah, so it came out way before. Halo 3 came out at the time that the first Mass Effect came out, which was 2007. And you know what? It was kind of nice. It would bring me back to a time where I thought, like, EA could actually make a good game from a decent, like, developer. Like, BioWare did an amazing job with the Mass Effect series, but like, EA has just not been able to replicate that style, mainly because I don't think they give their teams enough time to actually, like, develop a story, because like 2 years is like a decent time to develop a game, but you also got to remember the fact that in that same amount of time they're doing like a much more advanced job, so you should be giving them a little bit more time. Anyways, enough with the rant. Mass Effect 2. Another great game. A little confused, a little bit pissed off, not gonna lie. And I'm gonna tell you why. Mass Effect 2 basically takes the first game, and then they realize that they wanted to switch to a different plot point in the overall story. So instead of like, explaining how they get to that next plot point, they just start you off by getting attacked by the main villains of the second game, and that's why you end up in the situation where you're working with Cerberus, which is this like basically the human first group, basically KKK, but they want humans instead of everybody else. You end up working for them because you got to destroy the collectors because they're attacking humans. But like, the way they go into the story is they just kind of like, you get attacked and then they forget completely about everybody from the first game. Like, everybody just kind of forgets you and you're gone. Like, you die for 2 years, and then like when you meet everybody, nobody is that surprised. Like, they are a little bit surprised, but like they don't really care. And then, like, in the first game, you have like this emotional relationship with Liara. And then it's just like she don't really care in the second game. Like, she shows a little bit of emotion, but it's like I don't know. It fucked with my emotions on a different level. Okay, it was a mind fuck and an emotional fuck. But other than that, the game was very well done. I kind of liked the Game of Thrones-esque vibe to it, where it was just like, you go into a mission and you would be afraid to bring Tali because Tali was number 1 in this game. You were afraid to bring Tali because there was a significant chance that she was gonna die. So you were quick saving before every single level so you didn't have Tali die. And that was the scariest shit ever, because like, they weren't afraid to kill nobody. They like, they kill off like one of the main characters, Garrus, who's like the main man of the game. They just kill him off. And then I purposely killed off the scientist because I hated the scientist so much. He was so annoying. I don't even remember his name, but he was so goddamn annoying. I don't know what that bug species is. I'm gonna put it up on screen right now. That bug species, oh my god, dude, that bug species is so annoying. Like, they just sound like just so fucking like nasally. Oh my god, bro, I can't do it. I just can't. So anyways, yeah. So like game 2 is really good. The starting was a little bit iffy, but they kind of make up for it as it goes along. And I kind of like that, like risking it at every turn and corner. It really like gets you immersed in the game and gets you kind of like fully committed to going about the game. Mass Effect 3, probably the pinnacle and also the downfall of the Mass Effect series, because the pinnacle of it because it was of some things, and the downfall for other things because the game is really good, has a really good central story. Like, I love the central story of the game. It's so good. You get to go against Cerberus. There's failure. It's not like the previous 2 games where you're kind of always going along and succeeding. Everything kind of works out for you as Shepard. You have to fail to then find your way back. The problem is they added this stupid military build-up system. So you have to do literally every single freaking side quest if you don't want your entire crew to die. But the problem is that unlike the first game where if you click on a side quest in your journal and track it, it'll show you where to go. The journal will say, go to this planet, but we're not telling you what solar system this planet is in. So you're just like going around to every solar system getting chased by these stupid freaking guys. Bro, it pisses me off. Like, that is the dumbest thing they've ever added to this stupid game, was when they're like, oh yeah, just fucking go around and like go to these solar systems and then travel around them and spend like half an hour to find one fucking planet. And then you don't remember where that planet is. So when you get another stupid side mission, you have to go back to that stupid fucking planet. Like, they literally give you enough to get the minimum, but poor means that people die. Like, a lot of people die. So you have to do more. So people just die a shit ton. Also, why the hell? Like, I get like 300 military power from the Asari. I understand they're like fighting a war and stuff in this game, but like, why the hell am I only getting 300 from the Asari? They're like the most advanced race in this entire game. Like, why the hell am I not getting more shit for that? But other than that stupid note of things, this game does a really good job of developing that character interactions because it kind of starts off from a different point. I find a lot of these games, they don't blend as well together. The first game to the second game kind of blends because they kill you in that stupid ship. They kill you in the Normandy 1, and then you get brought back, and that kind of leads to this weird off-point story. But the third game, you just end up back on Earth. No matter what your ending to the second game was, like, no matter what you do, you end back up with the Alliance, which is just stupid as hell, because I wanted to go on, like, some, like, pirate, like, I'm gonna go do this shit by myself, make money for my crew. Like, that would be so sick. Like, a private mission, that would have been awesome. Like you are privately funding your crew, and you get to bring on your friends and people that you met in the previous games, and then they're gonna help you grow and build up your crew to then take on the final enemy, right? That would have been sick. But you go back to the Alliance, which doesn't really cooperate with how you ended the second game, and also characters just disappear. They don't really tell you how much time has separated from the previous 2 to 3, so it's just kind of confusing. The best part about this one is this story, and you know what? It was very short with Tali. As I said, dude, I simp for Tali. Tali is like the best character. Just like the story behind her, like her story point in the third game is so good, and it's so small, but I love it. It's such a good story. Like, they do such a good job of like conveying emotion with the end, and her finding, oh, spoiler alert, by the way, she finally takes back the planet that she's been trying to get to her entire life, and she decides to come with you to fight the final battle because she loves you more than She wants to be with her people, which is just fucking gold. But it does such a good job with that. And then like bring back in Liara and her being like this like super like intelligent, because she's now the she's now in charge of doing all of the like the information gathering. What is that guy? The shadow broker. She's the shadow broker now, which is just really cool, the story, because you got to get that in the second game, but in the third game, like, she's a full actuated shadow broker. One thing I will say though is I want you to look at these two photos. So why does Liara go from like a I don't know, like a regular sized titties to like the big boned kahunas? She's got the double D's. Like, when the hell did this come into effect? Like, they were doing the character design. They're like, all right, guys, we had a great game in 1 and 2. You know what? Titties. That's gonna make it better. Amen. Anyways, that was my only nitpick with Liara, is they just like, I don't know why they had to do that. I'm like, but why? All right, whatever. Yeah, so she was another big character in that game. Joker and ED were awesome. ED becoming an actual like AI like robot thing was pretty freaking cool too. Yeah, it was a very good game. The ending like kind of wrapped together the entire trilogy for me. I like that they added the Protheans, so you got to meet Protheans that like contrast to what we think of our history. It kind of contrasts with like what we believe in our history. But like if we actually went back to meet people from our history, we would be like just the disappointment, because they wouldn't be what we like basically put them on that pedestal of being. They would be very regular, kind of like Paris syndrome. If you don't know what Paris syndrome is, like it's a mental syndrome that affects people of like, usually I think it's Japanese people, that they'll go to Paris and they have this idea of Paris and it's so ingrained in their head that when they go and it's not that great, it like fractures their idea of like existence. I'll put the definition on screen for the Paris syndrome, but pretty freaking it's pretty neat contrast. We're not going to talk about Mass Effect Andromeda because it's just a bad game. I just heard that it was so bad. I've never played it. If this video gets enough likes, I don't know. If this video gets 10 likes, I'll play Andromeda, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I've heard it's not bad, but it's not great. But I'm afraid to play it because I love the trilogy so much that I feel like it's gonna shatter my reality of the game, and I'm gonna go full Paris syndrome. But yeah, so yeah, the story's great, and I love the game series. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys want to see another type of video like this, let me know. I kind of want to do one about TV shows. Maybe I'll do it, maybe I won't. It was kind of random. I didn't really script this. If I do any more, I might script them or not, because I don't have fucking time for that shit. But if you guys want to see more, make sure you guys like that video. And I'll do an Andromeda playthrough, and I'll do a review of the game afterwards if you guys get 10 likes in the video. So thank you guys so much for watching, and simp hard for Tali. Cheers.